I got TVs everywhere. Welcome, everybody. I am ready for tonight, Monday night. Before I jump into this incredible interview with this incredible young man, I want to say a few things real quick. I always want to add value in some way, some fashion, some form at the beginning of every call to get you to help you take your life to another level. Uh, I've kind of got this strange, how do I say it? Unfair advantage. This is going to sound very weird, but I have an unfair advantage in that I almost died as an alcoholic because I viewed life differently after that. And not that I ever want you to take your life to that far to where you damn near got to die, but when you get to that point, when you've reached, almost hell, and you come out and then you start seeing the way life works and what's important and what's not important. And I just want to share something with you. Broken promises. We tend to think that all of the struggles we have are because of someone else. Someone else promised us something that didn't happen. A horrible ex-boyfriend, a horrible ex-girlfriend, a horrible ex-spouse. My dad didn't raise me correctly. My mom, not my this, my old boss. Oh my God, my boss was so toxic. We tend to think that's the majority of all of our problems. The majority of all your problems you're having today, and this goes for the majority of the people, is, and I say the majority because there's a slim that aren't, and I'll tell you who the slim are not. But for the majority, it's broken promises to yourself. It's little bitty small broken promises to yourself that destroy you over time. And it's never this big, what? It's just little itty bitty promises you make to yourself, and you keep breaking them, and you tear yourself down, and you tear yourself down, and then you make another promise and you tear yourself down. But nobody knows about this because it's just you in that mirror. Okay. And my mother was a psychologist, and she always said, Paul, I never saw a man trip over a mountain, but I did see him trip over many pebbles along the way. And these are the pebbles, the little bitty promises, and they add up to a mountain, and then you don't get what you want in life. So do me a favor. And by the way, you all are the first group I'm ever telling this to. I got a new landing page coming out. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what the landing page is. It's www.ican'tquitbook.com. And it is a free book giveaway that I'm doing. But on top of that, there's going to be a 6-month course once a month. The first month is about broken promises to yourself and how to keep promises to yourself and how to get momentum on your side to where you become unstoppable. Okay. My goal is to make you unstoppable, but it comes inside here. It's not the outside world. It's all up in here. And so I want to teach you that. And that'll be the first month that we do on this free book giveaway we're doing. But go check it out. Go check out the landing page. And if you want to participate in the class, I'd love to have you. And I'd love to share with you for 6 months, just little things I've learned along the way from great leaders, from damn near dying myself, and just think trial and error. And one of the biggest ones, and I always start off with the biggest. I don't start off and, well, I'm going to do the biggest last. No, I start off with the biggest first. The biggest is the promises you make to yourself when you don't keep them, and what it does to you inside, what it does to your self-image, your self-worth, and everything around you. It tears you up little by little, and I want to teach you how to get that going in the right direction. Okay, I'm done with my preaching. So tonight, Brandon Scribner, this young man fires me up. I think I see a lot of myself in him when I was his age. Just I wanted to tackle the world, and I didn't know where to tackle, but I would just tackle anything. Just give me something to tackle, I'm going to tackle it. And I see that in him. He's got no fear. He just wants to, make a better life for himself, for his family. And it's fun to watch. And he just doesn't make excuses. If there's one thing you get from this man tonight, is he just doesn't make excuses. And he can make a lot of excuses. I didn't have the upbringing that some people did. I didn't have this. I didn't have that. He can make up a lot, but he chooses not to. He just chooses to go. And I wanted him on tonight because Brandon and I interview a lot of people, and they say silly things to me like, well, y'all sound like a recruiting company. And I don't know if we're a recruiting company. I'm a recruiter. I do recruit. I don't hide from that. I recruit. And that means I like you if I'm trying to recruit you, by the way. So don't get upset. If I don't recruit you, that should like, whoa, what's wrong with me? But if I'm recruiting you, that's what I do for a living. Because when I find something great, when I find something amazing, when I find something phenomenal, I'm going to tell everybody around me about it because I know what this opportunity can do. But people say that to me, Scrib. It sounds like y'all are recruiting company, da da da. So I decided, you know what? Let's bring on the best of the best. He's an icon producer, 2 times an icon producer. He rolls out of bed and he caps. By the time he's done showering, he's already iconed. I'm kidding. He's going to get mad at me for that. He's like, dude, I put a lot of work into this icon. It's not that easy. But he's that good because he doesn't have excuses, right? So first off, clearly icon is important to you, Scribner. Why is that? Why is that milestone something you fight for?
Yeah, for sure. You know what, Paul? I just want to give you your flowers as well. Thank you for everything you do for us. Continue to do for the group, not just for myself, but everybody. I love how you always uplift us. You give us the words of encouragement, and you talk the talk that you walk the walk, and that gets me fired up every day to tackle whatever we got to do. So I appreciate you having me on here. This is truly an honor. But back to your question, why icon? It goes back to I'm a very competitive person. And when there's a goal out there that I can reach, I'm going to try to reach it. I'm going to go get it. And plus, I mean, who doesn't like free money? So I already given the money I've given to the brokerage after my cap and all that stuff. I have a chance to get that money back. Dude, why not? Get in form of stocks. Like, this is how I take my family on trips. And it goes back to it. It's just, I'm a very competitive person. If that's where the top I need to be, then I'm going to go get it. So it's just a nice little treat for doing the things that I'm already supposed to be doing.
Okay. So we have a top producer, Brandon Scribner. He icons. Okay. You know what? Maybe tell people what icon is for the folks that don't know. Let's go ahead and break that down. What do you do?
Yeah, for sure. That is a great question. So icon is whenever, how's the best way I could say this? So with EXP, we have an 80-20 split. So 20% of whatever commission you make, it goes to EXP to a certain extent. 16K is when you cap. Once you hit 16K, your transactions thus forward for that calendar year is going to be 100% minus $250 in fees. But we won't get into the minute details. But if you do 20 transactions after you have capped, you have a chance to get that $16,000 you paid into EXP back into a form of stocks. And that's what it means becoming an icon. It's not just a cool name. Yeah, it looks awesome throwing it back on my shirt or my profiles, but I mean, I got paid for that stuff, man. So it's even better.
I got 16K in stock back, and 16K in stock is
32 now.
Yeah, 32, baby. That's way better than cash. Way better than cash, especially in today's market. Holy cow. So that's icon. So a lot of people say to me, I want to focus on transactions. I don't want to build a team. And unfortunately, Brandon, these are a lot of people that don't even understand the process of building a team. They just automatically, that's what they've always said. They don't know why they even say it. They just, I don't want to build a team. I don't want to. They don't even know why they don't want to build a team. Why are you building a team? Why are you building a dream for you and your family and at the same time doing icon?
Well, I think what Zig Ziglar said it best, if you help other people get what they want, eventually they're going to help you get what you want. And I just like to see people succeed. And when I say that, I mean people who actually want to succeed. Because a lot of people, like you said, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. But then you ask them, what are you doing? You told me your goals are X, Y, and Z, but yet you're doing nothing. So why do I want to build a team? It's because I can help others get what they want. In return, I get what I want. It sounds selfish, but it's not, because at the end of the day, we have to take care of ourselves and our family. And if I can extend my hand, or even not in my hand, the organization's hand to other agents or other people, then why not? We all win together. And I think that's the best part about it.
Yeah. I mean, if you had let's say a subdivision, an area, a master plan community around here in the Metroplex, we'll just call it the XYZ community. And they were selling $1 million homes for, $50,000. Wouldn't you tell everybody?
Heck yeah.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you just tell everybody? I mean, and that's what EXP is. We are that niche of like, I got to tell everybody this, because you can turn this into a dream. You can turn this into legacy unlike anything out there. And so, but let's get back to you. So when you're building and you're bringing people in, explain to me kind of, don't give me exact numbers, just, but what does that mean to you tier wise and number wise and income wise and all that stuff?
What does it mean to me, not number wise, but when I build a team? I'm
Well,
sorry,
no, just
repeat that question again.
you earn revenue.
Yeah.
You don't have to give me the exact percentages. That's not the important part, but
Yeah.
you earn revenue when someone does a transaction, right?
Yep, correct. So, I mean, you earn revenue every time you bring someone in. You earn revenue whenever they do their first transaction. You earn revenue whenever they cap. Like EXP, I tell everyone all the time, the E in EXP stands for entrepreneurship, right? There's a lot of ways to create wealth, not through transactions. But on that same note, too, because of all the tools and leadership and community we have at EXP, the people that I'm bringing in are making money as well. Just because of all the stuff we have, it's a cycle that keeps on giving back. So
Yeah.
I truly believe in what I am, or not me per se, but what the company and the folks we surround ourselves with. For the people we bring in, they're going to get that support. They're going to get everything they need to succeed. But truly, it's up to them if they want it or not. I can't want it more than them. So
Yeah, and that's where I get a little confused when people say, I don't want to build a team, I don't want to build a team. But here, with what we have, the leverage that we have, the amount of tools that Glenn gives them right out of the box that you and I did not have to create, right? I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
we didn't have to create all the scalable stuff. I'm not smart enough to do that. I don't know about you.
I'm not going to pretend I am. No, that's why I joined EXP. I didn't invent it, baby.
Yeah. Glenn's plenty smart enough. He's got it figured out. So we ain't going to try to figure out what he's already done. He's done it. He just says, hey, let me share a little revenue if you just bring some people into the business. And so you just bring people in and you get to leverage everybody around us. I get to leverage you. Noel, he likes you. He asks you questions. You're helping him do things that I can't help him with, right? And same for you. If you had someone coming in and they're like, hey, I want to grow a team. How do I do it? Hey, come over. Let's go have some coffee. Let me show you. Let me try to give you 15 years, 20 years of experience in one group, in one coffee setting. I'll give you as much as I can to teach you how to do that.
And the beauty of it too, it's not, sorry to interrupt, but it's not just us. Now that we have co-sponsoring ships, we can reach out to leaders from different countries, different states. Yeah, folks who are good at listings, some goes good at open houses. Like, pick your flavor. This is a candy shop. What do you want? We got it.
Yeah.
So that's the awesome part about it, man. We do it together as a team, and the individual that we bring in or teams that we bring in get everything. So
let me get this straight. If you find someone in Barcelona and they somehow find you on one of your cool social media ads, because you got tons of them, and they just somehow get you, and then you call them and you bring them into the business, you can find someone in Barcelona that will train them and help them get going.
Yep, that is entirely correct.
And you get paid.
And I get paid, and the other co-sponsor gets paid as well.
Okay. That, my friends, is finding a master plan community that's selling $1 million homes for $50,000. No kidding. Because you don't got to do it all.
Nope.
You don't have to be the end all be all, right? I'm talking to Brian Copeland down there in Austin. That dude's good.
He's a killer. He is a killer.
The fact that Glenn has positioned little bitty Paul Roberts, who just started at EXP, and I can partner with this freaking locomotive machine called Brian. I mean, why wouldn't I just start trying to build in Austin just to get people around this man? I mean, he iconed 3 times in 2.5 years. I still haven't figured that out how he did it, but he did it. He's good. And you're telling me, Glenn, that people like me and Scribner, we can partner with this guy. We can partner with anybody we choose to. I know my man Melvin's partnered with Tina Call.
Yep.
And Tina's, I don't know. Do you know how long Tina's been in the business? 15,
I don't
16?
know, but she's bad to the bone, man. Everything she does, how calculated she is, how smart it is, intelligent she is. Like, she is bad to the bone.
Yeah. And she is giving all of Melvin all of that knowledge through emails, Zoom meetings, just hanging out with them and helping them. And I don't have 15 to 20 years. I don't have knowledge in her head she got, but I do I really do. You need to read The Art of Self-Mastery by Napoleon Hill. And it talks about the collective brain power of five people. And no matter what you're, like, let's say you're the dumbest in the room, you can actually share the brain power of the entire group because you're part of the group. And what Glenn has done is he's made us part of this massive group to where we can share the brain power of so many incredible leaders, so many incredible people, and literally blow up. So back to my original question, really, and kind of why we started this thing is, why are people working for brokers and building their dreams? Why don't they, because if they join your team, Scribner, they can build their dream, not just you.
Yeah, absolutely. They build, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to build your own dream. You work for a different broker, you're building their dreams, but this is where you got to be selfish a little bit. Like, hey, why not? Why not me?
Yeah. So it doesn't matter whose organization they join, whether it's, Scribner or Toby or whoever, they build their dream, not someone else's. And right now, many of them are building someone else's dream.
Yep.
And they're not sharing in the revenue, and they're not getting $16,000 back in stock, right? That's bad to the bone. And there's the other ways to earn stock. That's just the small stuff that we've talked about.
We'll use that as a teaser. So if anyone wants to learn more, hit us up.
That's right. That's right. Why are you, okay, you're building because you want to build something for your family.
Yeah.
What big dreams do you have? Or no, I'm going to ask you this question. I know you know the answer. Why is it so vital to become a business owner as opposed to a self-employed real estate agent?
Because you said it best. When self stops working, you are now unemployed, right? And I think if I'm in the EXP platform, I am doing myself a disfavor by not taking advantage of what EXP is offering. Production, I mean, it's still gonna be a part of my life because this is what I do day in, day out, right? But at the same time, I'm working to build something to where it's gonna take care of not just me, not just my kids, but my kids' kids, and hopefully I can share that dream with others as well to have the same vision. I'm really thinking of outside of myself. I know I said selfish many times already, but it's more than just me. Thinking outside for myself and how it can help the future. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I have this crystal ball because I'm older than you now. I know there's going to be a point where Scribner is going to get tired of transactions. I just know it. It's good. That day will come. He might want to argue with me about it a little bit, but that's fine. I don't care. I'm going to win. He is going to come to me when they say, man, you were right. You were right. I would rather be coaching 3,000 people on how great I was versus me continuing to go out there all by myself. That day will come. And I've seen it over and over and over again. So that's exciting that you've decided to not just only be, you're an icon producer and you're building. I hear the excuse all the time. Well, I'm just going to focus on production, or I'm just going to focus on building. And my man Scrib says, y'all crazy. Like, I'm focusing on everything. Okay, now here's what the critic is saying. I got it. I'm hearing the critics, okay? I've been doing this a while. The critics are saying Brandon's life must just be perfect. Jennifer probably, when he walks in, she has tea ready for him. She rubs his feet. Anything I can do for you? And Ella, your beautiful little baby, she's no problem at all. She's perfect 24/7. Nothing ever goes wrong in your life. Am I correct?
You ready to pinch me? Because that's a dream, right? No, that's not my life, man. Life is what you make out of it, dude. Everyone's got their own problems. Everyone got their own excuses. Everyone's got their own whys. Like, I just do it, dude, because at the end of the day, it's either going to be done or not be done. And I'd rather get stuff done so I can live the life that I'm living. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm going towards there. And with the help of you, Daniel Ing, and everyone else in our organization, like, I'm going to get there sooner than later. And I just thank you, Paul.
Yeah. But my point is, his life isn't perfect. He's got challenges he's got to deal with. We all do, every one of us. So don't minimize. Well, it's just because he's young. No, you can still do this, old like me. I promise. Don't ever do that to yourself, where you just say, oh well, because of that, because of this, because of that. Tell me your education, formal education, college.
Yep.
You got college? You graduate?
Yes, sir. Bachelor degree of Science in Neuroscience.
Okay, so now I hear, well, I don't have a degree. Neither do I. Neither do I. I barely graduated high school, and I did it. I figured it out. So you can do it with a college degree or without a college degree, either one.
Exactly.
And neuroscience. I mean, dang, you're pretty smart. What were you going to school for?
What was I going to school for?
Yeah.
So back when I graduated high school, the whole what's that movie came out? It was what the Will Smith and all the CTE stuff in football, and I really I forget what it was called, but anyways, I really love football. I'm a big science nerd. So I was like, you know what? I'm not playing football, so let me go to school to study something along the lines of that. So I chose neuroscience because it sounded cool and because I thought it was awesome. But then in my junior year, I realized after doing all these lab studies, drawing chemistry, I remember my exact epiphany. I was in my room drawing chemicals for organic chemistry. And I was like, man, I don't know if I could do this anymore. 4 years of this, 4 years of that to become a doctor. Hell, why not? Let me go sell to the doctors instead. So I got my degree, did medical sales for about 3.5 years, had my daughter Eleanor, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to travel in and out these airports. I'm getting kind of tired of my boss. I got tired of my job. So I did something drastic. I changed my career to 100% commission in the middle of a pandemic. Jen never stopped me. She's like, and that's why I love Jen so much. She never once put a doubt in my head. She's like, hey, go do it. I support it. And I'm kind of surprised, thinking back, dude, that's probably the craziest thing I've ever done. Quitting in the middle of the pandemic, a secured corporate job with benefits to go chase a dream called real estate. I had no idea what was even going on in the market, let alone low interest rates, all that stuff. I was like, I hated my position that bad. I was like, you know what? Something's got to change. And I just did it, dude. And I never look back. I love it. It's afforded me so many things I have in my life now, not just material wise, but internally. I know I could do whatever I set my eyes to. There was no plan B. No plan B. I burned the boats, pulled a Vikings move, just said, nope, this is where I'm going. And yeah, here we are having this conversation right now.
That is the I can't quit method right there. He believed he was going to succeed. And once you believe you're going to succeed, you're going to succeed. You will find a way. You just find a way to make it happen. And I love your story because I hear other people when they join this say, well, I'm going to give it a year, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to go back and do this. Go back and do that now. If you've already put a timeline on your success, move on. Just quit today. I never had a timeline on my success. Brandon never had a timeline on his success. He just knew he was going to win. That's the difference. And so many people, they want that date. When's it going to happen? I can't take this anymore. I can promise you he struggled. I can promise you there was days what have I done? This was stupid, but he just kept fighting, and he kept fighting, and he kept fighting. And I would beg you to talk to Brandon one-on-one and just hear about all the training he got and how the support he got. I'm not going to tell you that. I need you to talk to him one-on-one, and you're like, okay, this dude's tough. You can be that tough too. That's the challenge. You can be that tough too. You can decide, you know what, I can be as tough as him. How is he that tough? He decided he was going to win. Done. End of discussion. And because of that, he's had great success here in an industry he knew nothing about. I love it. I didn't even know what the interest rates were. I didn't even know what was happening during. What was the pandemic going to do to this world? I don't know. But I'm here to win. And you hear that over and over from successful people. They didn't enter the market in perfect times. They didn't enter when everything was just rosy and great. I've heard you've told me other stories that are hilarious. Whoa, maybe she shouldn't have quit her job then. we won't tell that story.
That particular episode of my life taught me so many things. If I didn't have confidence myself back then when I started, after that whole entire thing, nope, Scribner is on a roll. We're going to go. Yeah.
One day you're going to share that story. I promise you. It's a cool story. We're not going to share it today. It's his story. But that is a cool story. You almost would have quit.
Is that why you remind you of your younger self a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, I love you, Paul. Appreciate you, man.
Hell yeah, man. But, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'm going to say this too, and I really want people to grasp what I'm saying, is you will do better in transactions when you're building a team at the same time. If your main goal is to build a hierarchy, to build a dream, to build a legacy, if that's your main goal that you're fighting after, the other stuff just kind of falls into place. It just happens. I've seen it happen over and over and over again in any type of situation where you can build and produce in this deal. Where when your main focus, if your main focus is I gotta do transactions, I gotta do transactions, I gotta do transactions, what will happen is that business will go to me or a Scribner or to someone else that's building because we don't look desperate. The client will choose us because we don't have commission breath. The client will choose us because they're going to look at us like he'll walk away from me. He don't got to have my business, you know? And that's who you choose in life too. Admit it. The people that you pick when you're buying stuff or doing stuff or whatever, it's that person that doesn't seem desperate. And you seem absolutely desperate when your whole life is revolved around transactions. But if you're building, if this is your main focus, and you got transactions as kind of your side gig, if you will, right? Then you kind of, it's like you just walk in with this crazy confidence, and they're like, I'm going to pick him. Like Scribner doesn't have to go in with this great listing presentation with beautiful brochures and beautiful this, and you probably went in with all that stuff. And my man Scribner probably just walked in like, yo, I'm the best you got. I'm gonna sell this house. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna do some marketing. We're gonna get this done. And that's my man. I want him. And you went in with presentations and pretty stuff, right? And I'm pretty close to right?
Yeah, man. I don't even, it's almost embarrassing to say, dude. Like, I don't have any listing presentations. I just walk in and let's go. And they
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
Hey, I'm a two-time icon, y'all. So there we go.
I'm following him. I ain't doing no listing presentation. Woo! But I do walk in with that confidence. I'm gonna get this done for you. And so does Scrib. That's the key element right there, is when you have that attitude. And that's why you build, and that's why you do transactions at the same time, because then you have this attitude of, you know what, I'm gonna get the job done. Scribner, thank you so much. Is there anything you want to close with?
No, I mean, thank you once again for everything you've done, man. Thanks for giving me this platform. I'm really happy to meet you and all the things you do for this team. So appreciate that. And I guess shameless plug, if y'all want to follow me, know more who I am, you can find me on Instagram at Scribner DFW, repeat Scribner DFW, or just add me on Facebook at Brandon Scribner. I'm an open book, ask questions. I'm here to help. Like, you know, that's just who I am. I just love helping. And if I can help you get to the next step or get you connect with the right people, I will definitely do that. Plus, I like to chat. So just say what's up, guys.
I love it. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being who you are. You remind me a lot of me, just for many other reasons other than that one. Just your desire to win and take care of your family, your beautiful family. And we appreciate you spending some time with us tonight and sharing a little wisdom of why you are an icon. And I have no doubt, listen, come back. If you decide you don't want to join us, come back in about a couple of years, and I promise you this man's going to have 1,000 people on his team. I promise you that will happen. So come back and check him out, or jump on his boat right now. Adios.
Let's go, baby. All right.
Go get yours. I'm getting mine. Adios.